Hello, my name is Abigail Bauman, and this is Nicole.
Hi.
We're just talking today about how God is active in every one of our lives and how He is a part of our lives. And what has He been doing with you lately, Nicole?
Yeah, so I just recently went on my mission trip. We were blessed to go to Alaska and be with we did a lot of children's ministry and youth ministry. And we ended up going to the Boys and Girls Club and just hanging out with the kids there, sharing the love of God with them. And I was like in the art room and I was just coloring with this little 6-year-old boy. And my mission lead's husband asked, he had a twin sister, the little boy had a twin sister. And so the mission lead asked, do you guys know anything about Jesus? And they were like, Jesus? Like, they didn't really know. The little boy, he told me, he's like, Jesus is the Son of God. But, like, he didn't really know what it meant.
Yeah.
It was just something he was repeating. So we just started telling them about Jesus. And we were just coloring. And I was kind of just telling the little boy, his name is Elohim, I was just telling him, like, Jesus was a perfect man. And I was just describing Jesus to him. And then I got to the part of the story where Jesus was arrested even though he did nothing wrong. And I looked at him. And it totally looked like he was not paying attention and just like, coloring and kind of like, what is this girl talking about? Why is she going on and on? And for a second I paused because I was thinking like maybe he's not getting it. Maybe I'm forcing this on him and he doesn't want to be talking about this or whatever. And then he doesn't even look up at me. He's just coloring and he goes, keep going, I'm listening. What happened next? And I was just like sitting there like, this is not a 6-year-old boy talking. Like the fact that he said it so precise. Keep going. I'm listening. What happened next? And it just totally gave me the courage to keep going. I told him all about Jesus and what happened next. And then I asked him, do you want to invite Jesus into your heart to be your best friend and always be with you and protect you and you'll never be scared or alone again? And he said yes, and so I led him in the prayer, and about 10 minutes later, his twin sister asked Jesus into her heart, and it was just really cool of seeing how God was active in my life in that moment.
Oh my goodness, that's amazing. I think it's just so cool how God is like a part of your everyday life and just acknowledging His place with you. I think it's in... I can't remember exactly where it was, but I think it's in Proverbs. I think it's Proverbs 30, where it's talking about, like, I was as one brought up with him, and I was daily his delight, rejoicing always before him. And I think it's just this daily relationship, and it's just this, like, every step of the way that he's with us, and just acknowledging his presence in your life. Yeah. Was there anything else that, like, maybe during that trip that God really spoke to you or stood out to you?
Yeah, so... me and my friend Christina on the trip, we were blessed to have a pool at our hotel. So just in our downtime.
In Alaska? Was that cold?
In Alaska. It was indoors. It was
okay.
But just
so
like
this mental image of like a frozen pool.
That would not be good. No. That'd be like ice fishing. No, but we would go like in our downtime to the pool. And it was usually like there's people there and the water was all moving around and everything. But we went, and it was just the two of us in the entire room, and there probably hadn't been people in there for a few hours or whatever because we looked at the water, and it was so still. It was like glass, just like totally still. You could look in it and see your reflection, and there was like no movement in the water whatsoever. And then we got in, and we didn't jump in, we didn't cannonball, we didn't do anything big. We just got into one end of the pool, and we're just kind of like doggy paddling, no big splashes or anything. We were just kind of doing our little thing. And then we look at the other side of the pool, 25 feet away from us, and we're like, whoa, like there's ripples in the water, there's big waves at the other end of the pool, and we're not even making that much movement. And I just said some like silly little comment of like, can you imagine the impact like people have in this world that they do one small thing and it makes just this giant impact. But as I've been thinking about God moving in our lives today, I just think about the movement that Jesus made towards us on the cross by dying on the cross for us. That was a huge movement he made towards us. And even though that was 2,000 years ago, we are still experiencing the effects of that. The action that he made on the cross 2,000 years ago has reverberated and it still impacts us today in our daily lives. Like that one movement he made still is moving in our lives today.
That's so true. I mean, he's always making motion towards us. He demonstrated his love toward us. Well, we were still sinners, he died for us, and just that him moving towards us and always being active. And I think, like you said, you think of it as like, oh, at that one moment in time, but it's like he's constantly still moving towards us. And the things that we are doing in our lives are impacting people. So it's beautiful.
Amen.
So what do you do on a daily basis to just acknowledge him or have him active in your life?
Yeah. So I was thinking about this, and I actually was asking the Lord, like, how do I acknowledge you in all of my ways? Like Proverbs 3, I think verse 6 says, acknowledge God in all your ways and he'll make your path straight. And I was like, Lord, I want to have you in my mind at all times. Like, I want to acknowledge you always. And so I was just praying and asking him how to do that. And I felt God say to me, set reminders. And I've had friends tell me to use the reminder app on my phone, but I just didn't, because I didn't understand how it worked. It sounds kind of silly, but I couldn't figure it out, and I was just like, whatever, I won't do that. But then I felt the Lord saying, set reminders on your phone, or just set reminders, and I thought of my phone and the app and everything, so I set 17 reminders per day, so it goes off every hour. It'll say, acknowledge God, and then every second hour, or third hour, it says memory verse, so then I'm just constantly, when I look at my phone, you don't even realize how fast an hour passes. I'll be like, I just got rid of that reminder, and it's there again. Acknowledge God. Wow. Acknowledge God. And it's such a good, constant reminder just to, allow him into my life, to think about him, to allow him to make movement towards me, and to be open to letting him move through me.
That's amazing. I think it's just such a practical, simple thing that's just remember God in your day. And it's so easy for us, with life, or for us, school and college, and how do you actually keep God at the forefront of your mind and your life? And I think it's so powerful how it's just literally acknowledge him. And it doesn't have to be something that's something that's huge or something, it's just it's just an everyday little thing. It's acknowledge God in your day. Yeah. See him in everything. Beautiful. Yeah, so we challenge you, maybe do something like that. Set a reminder on your phone to acknowledge God, or just ask him what you can do on a daily basis to just keep him at the forefront of your mind. Keep him you focus on him. Amen. Well, thank you for coming on today, Nicole.
Thank you.
It's always such a joy to have you. I think just seeing you just grow and blossom, and you're such an amazing woman of God.
Thank you.
You're so humble and so teachable. It's beautiful.
It's an honor to be invited.
Yeah. Anyway, you guys have an amazing day. Reach out to us with any questions you have about how to have a deeper relationship with God. We would love to come alongside you and talk to you about that. All right. Have a good day. Bye.